Info Media Reacts. Let's get into it, everybody. Now, let me just say this. There's beefing. There's always been beefing on social media. There always will be beef on social media between people. But this beef is taking on some pretty epic it's been getting crazy because you got DL Hughley and Marcellus Wiley, who is an ex-NFL football player with the San Diego Chargers, the Dallas Cowboys, and they both have been going back and forth on their respective social medias. DL's been going back and forth on his Instagram, and Marcellus Wiley has his own sports podcast, as you may or may not know, and it's been beefing up. What is the issue that DL has with Marcellus Wiley? He sees him as a sellout, as a buck dancer, because one, he is a supporter of the orange man, Donald Trump. And I got to admit, Donald Trump has done a lousy job so far with the economy. He's cutting things. He wants to cut, Medicare and SNAP programs and all sort of stuff like that. So Marcellus Wiley is a big supporter, I guess, a big mega head, I guess. And DL doesn't really like that. So he got on a podcast. We know it as DJ Vlad's podcast, DJ Vlad TV. I don't know why anybody would go on DJ Vlad's TV's program. He himself is a culture vulture. He's been a culture vulture for many years. Why would you go to his show, DL? Well, let me let you go hear what DL had to say, what sparked this beef between these two guys over the last few weeks on social media. And here we go.
They all do the same.
Wait, Marcellus Wiley?
I don't like him at all.
Really?
I don't.
That's my man right there. He's a regular on my show.
Okay.
Why?
Because
Why do you not like Marcellus?
I think Marcellus Wiley. I think that Jason Whitlock. I think that Van Jones make white people way too comfortable for me. They all do the same.
Wait, Marcellus Wiley?
I don't like him at all.
Wow. So you hear that? This is how the beef has been beefing up. Because DL jumped out the window and said that Marcellus Wiley makes white people feel too comfortable for his taste. And that's the reason why, as you heard him say to Vlad TV, I don't like any of them at all. I don't like Jason Whitlock. I don't like any of these guys, Van Jones. And now Marcellus Wiley, he puts in the same category as black men who are compromised and make white people feel comfortable. Do you agree with what DL is saying here? I've got more video to show you. It gets real heated up between these two guys. Let me know. Make sure you put a comment in the comment section about this video and what your thoughts are. Thank you for watching, and definitely subscribe. Let's get into it right now because we got another video for you that should be interesting. So when DL went there like he did and saying those statements about Marcellus Wiley, this is what ultimately took place. Marcellus Wiley heated it up with some words of his own, and here we go. This is his pushback after that.
His partner, here's your bad life lessons that you still living under. When you join a gang, what happens to you? You feel tougher because it's a bunch of y'all, mob mentality. And here's another thing. You also are a part of a pack. You got to live on code. Oh, I lived in it. Right there. I was right there. Yeah, you got to be on code. You got to walk a certain way, act a certain way, dress a certain way, be a certain way in the group. Familiar? Now you're 60, and now your gang is Democrats. Now your gang is the DNC. Banging on anybody else who ain't sounding the same, looking the same, acting the same, talking the same, walking the same.
Now I want to be fair here. Both these groups, the DMC or the Republicans, Klan, and the Democrats, they're both the same. When you are affiliated with either one of these groups, Marcellus, you have to conform to that group. So whether it be Republican Klan or Democrats, you have to conform to the group think and ideology of that particular political party. Case in point, if you get out of line and you try to buck the system with Donald Trump, he's going to have his mega minion come after you. Okay, so both these political parties play a lot of games, whichever one you join, just like these gangs on the street. You've got the red for what? The Republicans, and the blue for the Democrats. Sounds very familiar, y'all. Let's continue.
Scared ass kid. Still in the gang and just gonna switch it up from Crips or Bloods to some damn Democrat or Republican. Grow up. Second thing is you are a dropout. Me and you ain't the same. I'm not acting out those traumas. I ain't acting out like I gotta be a part of a gang or a pack or act a certain way. I ain't on code. I do the code. I write my own code, damn it.
Now, let me say this. I think it's important for black people to be on code within things that unify us, that we all can relate to, that bring us together in a positive way. Now, Marcellus Wiley is saying that he's his own man. He thinks for himself. He doesn't follow the pack. Let's continue.
Talking about drop out. And look, me, while you doing all that growing up in the same neighborhood as me, still a little older, in the same neighborhood as me, guess what I'm doing? Putting my head down, looking at them damn books, going to practice, avoiding the gangs, not trying to get jumped every other day so I could become who I want to be. What is that, Marcellus? Wherever the hell I wanted to be.
Interesting. Now, DL had a rebut to what he said here. Let me play that rebut and let me know once again, right in the comment section, if you agree with DL or if you agree with Marcellus Wiley. It's up to you. But let's go here and hear DL some more.
Marcellus Wiley, I'm reminded of a quote by Oscar Wilde, and he said that every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. And they interpreted that to mean that regardless of what you did in your past, that redemption is possible. You reference the things that I've done in my past, the things that I've done to hurt people, the things that I've done to do damage. But what are you doing now? What things do you do now to make things better? Who do you throw your support behind? Like, to me, I think that the gang now I support is the 350,000 black women who've lost their jobs, or the federal workers who are now unemployed, or the people who are being spirited away and denied human rights because of the color of their skin or the language they speak. When I was a kid, I believed that you should throw your support behind the most powerful people because that will keep you safe. But now I understand that it's the things you do for people that can't do anything for you that matters. It is the fact that Oscar Wilde believed that regardless of what you did in your past, that redemption is possible. And I think redemption is possible if you do things opposite of the way you did them before. Like if you were in a gang and you threw your support behind these powerful people and all of a sudden you learned from that and decided that that wasn't the way to go. I am not proud of the things I used to do, but I am proud of the things I'm trying to do, of the people I try to understand and to have empathy for and to stand in the gap for.
Now, everybody, let me just say this real quick if I can. Do you believe that a person can be redeemed and can have a second chance if they had a previous lifestyle or life in which they did do harm to the community in some form or fashion, in this case being a part of a gang? Are there success? There has been success stories out there of people that have changed their life around and end up doing better for the community. And I think that's what DL is saying. But do you agree or disagree? It is a person who engaged in gang activity that did harm the community. Are they redeemable? And with that said, let's get back to it.
The people that can't do anything else, that can't do anything for me. Because I believe that redemption is only possible if you do things so differently than you used to do them. I'm proud of what I'm trying to become. I'm proud of the things I believe now. I'm proud of the ways I want to be and the people I want to stand for. Can you say the same?
Can you say the same? Very interesting, very interesting. What do you all think? But then after DL made those statements, and I got to be honest, Marcellus Wiley still didn't appreciate the statements that he made. He hit back at DL because he never appreciated DL saying those statements about him being comfortable or making white people comfortable. And Marcellus Wiley really went in on this one when he heard that. He didn't like it. He didn't appreciate it at all. Here we go.
Too comfortable, right? I make them too comfortable to come at black people. Look, I'm not looking at life through that lens. Look at this. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. My color ain't saving me. And that's your issue, because you want a little bit of help. You want that handicap sticker, placard. You want to be the one that get the concessions because of your skin. And that is a backwards mentality. And we're going to talk about how you still got the chains on in your head, brother. But I just want to let y'all know that this man is hating on me because I was right about a white man and I joined a all-black show. And he's supposed to be blackity black, 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 black.
Now, this white man that he joined, we already know is Donald Trump. Let's just be honest. This is the guy that he supports and he follows. I don't like Donald Trump. I don't like what he stands for. I believe he's about making America white again. But, you know, this is true. This is America, and everybody has the right to support who they want to support for whatever the reasons, even if you don't agree or you disagree. I mean, these are things that are very true, right? But let's continue on with what he is he's saying here. It's very interesting stuff. Let's go.
All right, let's get into it. I just had to listen to you first. That was your issues. Now, what do I want? You just talking about, oh, Marcellus Wiley, yo. I don't like people that don't like the same things that I like, right? I make it too easy for white people to hate on us. And you said that, oh, you don't want what I want. Really? You know what I want? I want health, wealth, happiness, and peace for mine and yours. Do you want the same thing? And if you do, what you mad at me for? So, DL, I got a couple of things I want to get off my chest with you because you represent an intolerant mindset that I've always had an issue with growing up, right? And you're the type that wants black people to stay in line, stay on code, stick to the script, say it the way we're supposed to say it, act black. Even hearing the word act, I'm already off. I don't care.
So, once again, like I said, Marcellus Wiley is more of a conservative type of guy like Jason Woodlock. Do you agree with what he's saying here? Personally, I'm going to say this again. I think it's important for black people to be unified and to be on code. For too long, we have not been unified in a way that we can rally around something that we have in common. I think it's very important for black people to be on code. We understand in the black community, Marcellus, that black people are not a monolith, that we don't all think alike. We all think differently and have different views politically, socially, right? Economically. That's true. But I don't think you should underestimate the power of being on code. But let's continue. It's just my opinion. You give your opinion as well, everybody.
What you say after that, but you want me to act black. Like I'm not black because of the way I act. The way I am. If I do it, it is done.
Yeah.
If I am, it is. That's black. You keep thinking black is a certain way, certain style. And I'm gonna
there's all type. Look, we know that there's all types of black people, socioeconomically. We got middle-class black people, rich black people, upper middle-class black people, poor black people, and poor black people. People who work in paycheck to paycheck like most Americans. We get it. We get
tell
it.
you at the end of this video why you think like that and how you can fix yourself, even at the tender age of 60 or wherever the hell you are. I saw them hands. You can't hide your age with them hands. You look good up here, though, big dog. I still love you, but at the same time, your ass is old.
Whoa. He says, yeah. Says your ass is old. So he's going in on DL straight up. Now, after he made those statements, DL had another pushback on what he had to say. And let me give it to you right here. Here's DL's response to that right here.
Now, Marcellus Wiley, I know something you don't want to do for sure is to go back and forth about people's past, your past or mine. I can guarantee you there are things that you've been accused of in your past you don't want to talk about. So let's keep it off past.
Now, I'm not going to keep it off past because Marcellus Wiley, if I'm not mistaken, has been accused in the past. This is alleged, but he's been accused of doing something of some sort of sexual nature to someone. sexual abuse or something. Someone accused him of something of that nature. I think Marcellus Wiley went to trial around, I think he went to a court appearance. Nothing ever came of it. They never convicted him of doing any kind of sexual abuse towards this woman that accused him. He never did a day of time in jail. There was no evidence that clearly showed that he was abusive towards this woman in any shape or form. However, I believe he's had at least one or two, maybe allegedly, women that have come out and said something. I could be wrong. I'm not saying that it's facts, but I'm saying what DL doesn't really want to say right there, that he had been accused of some sexual things towards women. And that never was substantiated in court. So this man has not been found guilty of those sort of things. I want to make that clear. But that's really where DL is going here with that without really saying it.
Suffice it to say, both of us have done things we're not proud of. Both of us have done things we either have atoned for or should. So let's stay where we are right now. I'm no more a gang member and a dropout than you are a football player. But where I am now, yeah, you graduated from Columbia. But do you think you're that much more intelligent than me?
Now, intelligence is measured across a spectrum, right? Some people are smart, book sense. Some people have no common sense, but have book sense. There's some people who didn't go to school, get a degree, but they have read books and they've learned a lot and they're very intelligent because they read, right? There's some people that are very intelligent in a particular skill set, like a doctor, an engineer, but then they could be dumb in something else. So I think intelligence is a spectrum type thing. It's all ways that you can look at it. However, I got to be honest here. Columbia is not an easy university to go to. You've got to have very good grades. You got to be very good scholastically to get into a program like that, because it's damn near like going to an Ivy League school. The academic rigors is very tough. So Marcellus Wiley, to his credit, he had to be a very astute young brother coming up to even get into a school like that on a football scholarship, okay? Just want to keep the record real.
We both do the same things. Well, you're a podcaster, I'm a broadcaster. We both say things. You see things and you say them. I see things and I say them. I don't got to go back to your past. I go by what you're doing right now. Right now. And what you are doing right now is helping a man who decided to make the world a darker place for people that look like me and you.
Talking about Donald Trump.
That's what you decided to do. That ain't your past. That's last week. That's today. That's something you do all the time. My dislike for you has nothing to do about what you did in your past. It's what you continue to do now by sane washing the stuff that's going on right now. By sane washing it. You can talk about my activity in a gang, but nothing I've ever done is as horrible as the things that you abide. And you and I both know what it's like to have somebody bring up your past. You and I both know what it's like to be accused of something you didn't do.
Okay, so right there, DL is saying, yes, he was accused of something that he did not do. And you know, when you are accused of something sexual towards women, even if you're sometimes found innocent, it still can stain you. It still can linger over you. And let's continue.
But some of us grow up and some don't. Some of us trade places. That's, I think, what's happened to me and you. I've tried to do something about the things I've done. I've tried to do something about the ills that I see. You have signed on for them. Now,
Interesting what he just said there. What do you think, everybody? Do you agree? Do you disagree? This is it's crazy, everybody. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you continue to like and comment on this video whenever I drop these videos. And I want to say thank you for watching this video as well. But it's not it. Because after he made those statements, Marcellus Wiley jumped out the window one more time on his podcast for a third time or another time and had more to say after he gave, in this case, DL gave this rebuttal statement. And let me let you hear that. Now, he's going to go in right here. And, hey, it is what it is. Let's go.
You had it this bad. I didn't know you were this scared. Yeah, that fear runs deep in you. Want to know how I know? Because of the weapon you just chose to use against me. Yeah, that scare tactic, that fear tactic. Oh, we don't want to go there. Oh, we gonna go there all day, any day. You try to use a weapon against me because that weapon works against you. You know how they say hurt people, and the weapons that they choose, the ammunition that they use are the ones that work against them.
Right, but let me just say something. I don't think DL said anything about your past. Matter of fact, he didn't even bring up anything about your past. Other than the fact that he said, you've got a past. Now, when you talked about DL, we want to be fair here on this video, y'all. When he talked about DL, he actually talked about DL's gang activity and how he conformed to the gang and how he walked and how he talked and how he acted and how he did things to harm the community. I don't think DL said in his rebuttal statement, he didn't go into any details about what you did out there or what you were accused of, should I say. Matter of fact, DL said that he recognizes how you should recognize that how you both could be accused or you were accused of something that you didn't do. That's what he acknowledged. He never went into the dirt about what you did. He simply said, hey, if you want to go there, we can go there. But DL never gave any details about what you were put under trial for, what you were being accused of, allegedly. He simply said, you should know how it is to be accused of something because why? Marcellus Wiley was accused of something of a sexual nature by a woman. And we know that these things do happen when people can be accused. Let's continue on. And here we go.
So you scared. You in fear. I wonder if you got scared into the positions that you're in right now. Because you are trying to say, my past, I'm not proud of. Oh, wrong dude. I'm proud of my past, good, bad, and ugly. Yes, I was accused 30, 40 years later of some BS. Someone came out of nowhere and lied about me. Yes, they did. And it's eerily familiar because somebody right now named D.L. Hughley is coming out and lying about me as well, accusing me of some BS. Oh, D.L., yeah. You went on Vlad and said you despise me. Out of nowhere, despise me? And then you lied about it. That ain't the reason you despise me. No damn 9-year-old reasons you gave on that show.
Really?
I don't.
That's my man right there. He's a regular on my show.
Okay.
Why?
Because
Why do you not like Marcellus?
I think Marcellus Wiley. I think that.
Nah, the real issue, the real core of the problem is because I won't let your ass control me. I won't let you control my thoughts, and I won't let you control my vote. I won't let you do anything of influence to me. And you hate somebody who's thinking freely. Yeah, that's your problem, DL. So our ancestors died for me to have that freedom of choice. Yeah. And
now, I don't like when people keep using this statement about what our ancestors died for. Our ancestors were put into slavery. If there was anything that they were trying to strive for was to get out of slavery and to be their own people, right? I don't know if they were thinking about, well, I want to be free so I can have freedom of speech, even though we should have freedom of speech. But mainly they were thinking about trying to get the hell out of bondage at the very most. That's what they were doing. But I get where he's coming from here in terms of your ability to think for yourself, be a free thinker. And let's continue. Let's go.
guess what? They also died for me to have the ability to vote any which way I desire. Yeah, just like God intended it, you know, to have free
true.
will.
You can vote how
But
you
since
wanna
you're
vote.
so scared, you can't even see that. You'd rather ride on me trying to say you pro-black and looking out for the community and the cause and your people, but you're going to ride on your boy. You're going to ride on somebody just because you have been paid and bought. Oh, yes. Let's talk about how scared you are and how you haven't done the homework to even be spitting the stuff you spitting, DL. Talking about, Marcellus, you think you're more intelligent than me because you went to Columbia. I didn't say that, but you did. So maybe you actually think that. Or more importantly, maybe you actually know that. coming at me like that and talking about I'm accusing you of something. I'm not accusing you of anything. We can stay in the past, present, or we could go future. But I'm
Marcellus Wiley didn't accuse DL of anything because DL has already come out and told people about his gang background, or at least that he was a member of the Bloods. Now that's what you put out there, DL. So he didn't accuse you of something because what he talked about was what you, in fact, were engaged in because you said it yourself. But on the flip side, I got to be fair, DL never brought out any dirt, really real dirt on, at least for this video, that he didn't bring out any dirt on Marcellus. He basically said, yeah, you were accused of something. He didn't even go into details about that. Let's just be fair about that. Let's continue.
never accusing you of anything, DL. You actually did these things. You are going off of accusations with me, but I'm going off of an account of you. You don't like your record? Oh, let's talk about it. I ain't accuse you of being a dropout. I ain't accuse you of getting a GED. I ain't accusing you of harming your own and gangbanging and running through the streets looking for people that look just like you to ride on them. You actually did that. That is called an account. That is called accountability. But you don't want to go there. Fine for me. I ain't say it. That's why I don't bang politics. You know, I ride for people. I ride with people. Okay? And you coming at me politically, you don't even know your past. Oh, I forgot. No, you actually don't want to go and talk about your past, our past. So now you're prone to make the same mistakes.
All right, everybody. So there it is. There's the beef so far that's heat up between DL and Marcellus Wiley. I hope that they will squash this beef event. Hopefully they'll squash it. They'll move on. Remember, DL had a beef with who's the sister, the comedian that had that was trying to get the Netflix special, and it didn't work out for her. And a female comedian, I don't know why I can't think of her name offhand, but leave it in the comment section if you know exactly who I'm talking about. I'm drawing a blank right here, but DL has been in back and forth with people before. Monique, that's who I want. Monique is who I was talking about. Remember, he went into a back and forth with Monique, back and forth. She was doing comedy, talking about him. DL was bringing her up in his comedy routine. The whole thing was really, I got to be honest, was embarrassing to say the least. But we'll see how this whole thing turns out. I really appreciate you all being here, supporting the channel. Let's get back and do some more of these type of videos. I've been kind of dormant with this channel for a while. Now I'm going to get back on the saddle and start doing more reaction videos. And it could be all different types of subjects, everybody. What I want to do right now is tell you, everybody, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification. If you want more videos like this, we're going to keep giving you more videos like this, similar like this, where we do more reactions on other types of takes, other types of content. Once again, I want to say, make sure you like and comment, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching as well. Let me give you everyone a clap out there listening. And with that said, everybody, I think it's time to get ready to get on out of here. Peace, everybody, and respect.
Pretty face I never seen before. Got me thinking things I never thought. Got me thinking far ahead of present. Something feeling different in your presence. You got me invested. Every other one coming inside.